time there was this weather woman. You can feel mesmerized, just taking it quiet, but you know you love watching lights fade. So put your phone headshot on, watch it live on your phone and drink drunk, don't get beer all day. You know that ice grab face. You know you'll be tracking every move that makes you moves. Ice grab face. You know you won't let this all get blown away. Is that Blondie Bobby? I think that's Juicy Jerry. Yeah, Mike, throw a party, man.
Oh my God. Is is that incredible or what? That was our buddy Andy Simmons. Oh my God. That's our third song that he wrote for our page. That's to you guys and girls, not me. Blobby Bobby and Juicy Jerry. Now we have Sloppy Karen. Holy cow. Thanks, Andy. My goodness. I just heard it like 5 minutes ago for the first time. Kick ass. I'll link it. He even says, Louis says hi. That's crazy. All right, well, what's going on Monday morning? Oh my goodness. We got unfortunately we got a busy week ahead. Possibly a couple things brewing out there. Of course, Karen, Jerry, Travel Depression 13 just came off of Africa, and yeah, we'll go through it. So welcome new people, old people, young people. People playing hooky people. Yeah, it's what we do. We'll chat about 15-20 minutes on the good stuff. And remember, I'm a media-ologist. I am not official. So anything I say, take with a grain of salt. Big thanks to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. They're our Facebook Live sponsor this season, and they are located here in Florida. They're flow grown like I am. I'm a Florida native. I'm a Florida cracker. What's up, Devin? I don't know if that's politically correct. Florida cracker. That's what I am. I'm a saltine cracker. I'm a tan cracker. I was out in the sunshine all week. Cool. All right. Well, hey, we'll say hey, and I'll try to read all the comments. We'll get right into things because Monday morning, a lot of buzz on the tropics. First off, happy first day of fall. What I've learned over the years is this. Once football and once fall starts, the tropics get zero love in the media. We saw that last year with Michael. They don't talk about the tropics like they do in June and July. They should, but you won't be seeing much tropic talks. But you will hear on Mike's weather page. All right, so here's the scoop. Let's look at the big map. Here's the big map real quick. This shows where everything's at. Here's Jerry. Here's Karen. Here's 13. Jerry is slow moving towards Bermuda. There is a high pressure to the north. Some of the ensembles are still saying he might get kicked back. Very unlikely because the NHC track is pretty solid right now, showing a curve out to sea up towards Bermuda. Tropical storm warnings are in place for Bermuda. Not officially expected to be a hurricane, but it's going to pass just to Bermuda's north, just like Umberto did last week. If we look at some of the ensembles real quick, just because I mentioned it, let's show you Jerry real quick, and then we'll talk about Karen. All right, so here's the latest. Okay, well, there you go. There's GFS not showing one little guy. He's our drunk ensemble. And then some of these models are showing Jerry kind of curve back down, and then we'll show Tropical Depression 13 actually comes up and merges with it somewhere out here in the big middle Atlantic. So Christopher Columbus, if you're sailing across, it's going to get a little rough. All right, here's the European model. European showing kind of what we're talking about here. Some of the latest ensembles showing a curve back down, a little loop-de-doop. A couple of ensembles have it stop and kind of go, I keep throwing it out there. It's not in the official forecast by any means. It's just some of the ensembles are still saying and I'll show you the high pressure system. The UK really saying it. Holy moly. This is Jerry. This isn't Karen. This is Jerry with J. Juicy Jerry. The UK says it's going to hit this high pressure and pop back south. The interaction with Karen, though, would be interesting because then we'd have two systems possibly right around here at the same time. So, anyway, that's worth noteworthy. Not worth noteworthy. And then Canadian model is pretty set. So there you go. There's Jerry. Just throwing that out there. Looking real quick at the, we'll just do one storm at a time. Here's the current look on tropicaltidbits.com. We love Levi's site. Don't wear Wranglers, wear Levi's. All right, so here I keep going up and down. I'm like a teeter-totter. All right, so here's what we got right now. This is the current look at Jerry. Here's Karen. This is Jerry. High pressure to the north. Okay, most of the models are pretty confident that he's going to break the high pressure down. There's going to be an opening. Jerry's going to slide on up. So that's the likely scenario with Jerry-O. But like I said, here's high pressure. This is the current European model. Here's high pressure currently right now. That's why some of the models are saying that Jerry could hit this high pressure and not move on out. But not in the official forecast. There's Karen. We're going to talk about Karen. I don't want to sneak peek you on what's coming. So outside chance Jerry could throw a funny. There's my live yesterday. I did a live in the car at the softball field. I'm glad it got posted. All right, so there's Jerry. Bermuda, looking at, tropical storm force winds. They're under tropical storm force warning right now, so hopefully not going to be too bad. All right, let's talk about Karen real quick. Karen is the one everybody's going to be talking about, possibly. Here's what's going on. So we have tropical storm warnings in place for the U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico and surrounding islands. Tropical storm watch for the British Virgin Islands. So here's what we got. Most of the action on Karen is to her east side. I posted a little bit ago, even if it clips the eastern edge of Puerto Rico, most of the winds and the rains are going to be on the east side. Not expecting much development. This is the current position. It looks pretty sloppy on satellite. And we're looking at tomorrow is the impacts for Puerto Rico. So this is a quick mover. I mean, we're talking tomorrow. Puerto Rico rains will start tonight and then into tomorrow morning. Then tomorrow, 2 p.m., the core of Karen will be here. What happens, though, after is what's interesting. We talked about this 3-4 days ago now. This high pressure is expected to build in. High pressure is spin clockwise. The winds of a high pressure will be to the north, and because of that clockwise flow, actually will help push Karen possibly to the west. And the euro is not backing down on that scenario. Let's take a look at what she looks like currently. This is your zoomed in look at Karen right here. It's very hard to see, but she's getting some convection firing. So there you go. There's a sign that she's not weakening. There was some discussion. Some said that she might weaken right here, but you know what? She's getting a big blow up right now. This is pretty estimated center right around here. So Karen is firing off convection. That's one thing tropical systems need. It looked pretty ragged this morning with almost no convection, but now we're getting big convection show up right now. If you look at the spinach map that we love to look at, the spinach, we looked at this with Dorian. Here's Jerry spinning. This is the upper middle atmosphere moisture. And you can see it right here. We're definitely getting spinach. So it's getting a little tight core. You can see it in the middle atmosphere. So there's definitely structure. I'll have to do the CIMSS map. The microwave imagery. I'll have to link that. But there's a little dry air. You see a little dry air maybe ahead of it, but overall it's got spinach. So it's got decent structure. And if you look at the weather wind map, I haven't looked at it, but I bet it looks pretty solid on the windy map. Yeah, it does. So there you go. There's a little elongated, little ragged, but there she is. Sloppy Karen spinning away right here in the middle of Lesser Antilles, just to the west. And there's that. All right, so here's what the spaghetti models look like. So 9 o'clock, the new ones just come out from Levi's site. And here you go. Let's take a look at them. 12Z. These are on Tropical Tidbits. These just got posted. And there you go. Here is what they are thinking. Pretty much every model, 2 days from now, this is going to be Wednesday morning, and we'll be north of Puerto Rico. And then it gets confusing as we have quite a few turning. And TVCN's kind of your consensus model, the gray line. But there you go. You know, a lot of these models are showing a curvature because of high pressure, and I'll show you why right now. We'll look at that. Here's a Euro. Back to Tropical Tidbits. There's a lot of great sites out there, but we use his the most. And here's what is happening. All right, so here's everything in a nutshell. So like a week ago, we talked about Jerry running into this high pressure, and there was discussion, and I put it out there a bunch, that this high pressure could stop Jerry and kick him west. And some of the ensembles, like the UK, is still showing that. But what the majority of the models are saying is Jerry pulls out quick, and leaving time for high pressure to develop in between him and Karen, and that's what happens. So as Jerry pulls out, high pressure pulls in from the west here, builds back in, kind of like we saw with Dorian. Dorian had a high pressure east west, high pressure merged together, high pressure formed right above Dorian. Clockwise winds push, and this is what the Euro is showing. So this is so here's next Friday, Thursday of this week, Friday of this week. Still very east of the Bahamas. This is Saturday. High pressure really builds in. There's Sunday, Monday over the Bahamas, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So that goes out 10 days. Huge high pressure, really nowhere to go. That's something to seriously watch as a possibility. The conditions here are very ripe. Like we saw with Dorian, none of the models, the intensity models, were not predicting much intensification with Dorian, but the water is hot, as we know. Shear is supposed to lessen, so we're in the same scenario we were with Dorian, and possibly, if the structure of Karen can stay together, then we can see that intensity definitely increase as it pushes west. So that's one model. The latest GFS right here, this is Friday. Again, this is Friday, Saturday, right here. And the GFS keeps it a little more weaker, but the main point is traveling west. GFS doesn't really do a good job with intensity that far out. And the Canadian model, ironically, doesn't do anything. Keeps it hovering right around, so that's good. So like I said earlier today, that this path is not 100% to stone. There's no reason to panic by any means. Let's take a look at UK, our fourth model we like to look at. Nothing's set in stone. There's nothing official with any of this stuff. It's just by next weekend, there's a possibility we could, maybe see this right. Let me go to Tropical Atlantic here. Hang on. I can't walk and chew gum. All right, so here's the latest UK. Now, what's ironic with the UK model is that it stops Jerry, and merges the two together. Oh, imagine that. Fujiwara. There's a dance. Look at that. Cue the Andy Simmons music. Boring, Mike. What? So there's our little tropical dance in the Atlantic. That's what the UK is saying. That Jerry's going to stop, Karen's going to come up. They're not going to merge. Fujiwara effect is a weird phenomenon where two equally sized systems like hurricanes can basically bounce around each other like two magnets. If one system was a lot weaker than the other one, the weaker system would get merged into the stronger system. So the UK is suggesting that these two guys are going to spin out here. And then who knows? It looks like it starts to bend it back this way. So this is only next Saturday. The UK doesn't go out that far. So very interesting. Holy cow, man. So what do you believe? I mean, if we look at the NHC, this is what they say. They're showing that hard curve. west, showing 70 miles an hour next Saturday right here. And they're showing us a slow strengthening of our system, 40, 45, 50, 60, 70. So they're showing the strengthening, past Puerto Rico. So yeah, Jerry and Karen are going to make babies out in in the Atlantic, according to the Brits. The Brits. Craziness, right? Wow, here's some more spaghetti models to look at. Here are some more, not s'mores that you cook by Happy First Day of Fall. Did I say that? Happy First Day of Fall? Yeah, hey, Jerry and Karen become Carrie. Right, Shannon? So if Karen and Jerry merge, heck, I don't know, Connie. Jerry and Karen would be like Jaren. We have a Jaren. I met a Jaren once. Trolls. We have trolls. Good. Kick them out. Attack. Yeah, it'd be it'd be a PG rated hurricane meeting. We'd have a little juiciness, little girth, little. We could put all our bingo words and make a TV rated romance novel. Because we have all the words, right? So yeah, in all seriousness, Karen did create some big rains, Trinidad area down south. A lot of flooding was posted on my page. But intensity models are not showing much. Well, a couple of them are now. These just got posted, so they're showing a slow increase in possible intensity. I mean, I take these intensity models with a grain of salt, but you figure any system out in the Atlantic is destined to be have conditions. So what's going on? Yep, Karen's gonna speak to the manager. We could do a funny picture with Florida and make Florida the manager. Alright, so we're in fall, fall and football. Nobody's going to talk about tropics much, but we definitely got something cooking here. We're going to have to look at, what other models can we look at that are interesting? Some of your heat potential maps, still strong. This is the time of the year we look, browser froze for a second. This is the time of the year we look at the Western Caribbean and West Atlantic. Waters are super duper hot. We definitely don't want to see Karen cross Florida and get into the Gulf because the Gulf waters are smoking right now. We have a loop eddy out in the middle of the Gulf. And that could definitely intensify if it does make it over there, like the European model's saying. That's not good. Let's take a look at long-range Euro models here on weathermodels.com. See what we got. And there they are right here. Okay, so some of your latest ones, they're not all showing it. You got some of these are Jerry's. It's very deceiving to look at these models because most of your model maps are going to show them merging together. These are Jerry models. So a lot of them are tough. A couple of Jerry models but most of the Jerry models go out to sea and then curve back down towards Karen or TD13. We're gonna have a tropical baby one way or another. Either Jerry's gonna hook up with TD13, or Jerry's gonna hook up with Karen. Jerry is an aggressive little guy. Jerry. So what the next name on the list too, by the way, after Karen is Lorenzo. So Jerry might be either going for Karen or Lorenzo. Lorenzo is going to be our new system off Atlantic. So there's Lorenzo. All right, there's that. What were we looking at? We were looking at all these spaghetti models. Where do they go? Right here, 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 here. There. Nope, I lost it. Click, 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 click. I lost it. Anyway. All right. You heard it. What's up, Whitney? What'd you say? Jerry's in the mood. He doesn't care. Nope. Yeah, that's right. He's going to have a little drunk donkey beer and soap opera. Hey, this is facts, man. This is reality. I'm not hyping anything up. There's definitely a reason to keep your eyes peeled for Florida. I'm telling you. If this high pressure develops, which most models are showing, then our system will be accelerated westward, and it'll be in all these prime areas that Dorian was able to feed off of. So definitely nothing to blow off. You know, nothing set in stone. Models are, you know, we're talking something that, you know, we're talking stuff 7 days out. Very, very in that realm of cautiousness. But this is, you know, NHC definitely showing this high pressure coming in. They're talking about it. So, you know, we'll get a new update at 11. And you know what they have to do? They have to put a new marker out here. So we'll see. Do they put an H? They put an H. All right, I'm missing all the trolls. Who's trolling? Hey, Brian. Yeah, I saw that one too. Nothing really. I think it's just an upper level flare up right now. 13 Lexus. Yeah, that'll be Lorenzo. Lorenzo has already got spinach and looks very impressive on satellite imagery. This is just a wind map. We can take a look at it. There it is right there. Already got spinach, green spinach, highly spinned, looking very good. We can look at it a little closer on satellite. We'll just look at visible satellite. Let's pull in here real quick. We can look at it, and we can look at visible. And then we can loop it. We can get loopy. All right, so this is TD13, and it's definitely, probably already Lorenzo. They have to do more confirmation with ASCAT winds and other data that they use. No hurricane hunters fly that far east. But there's 13. It's going to be Lorenzo soon, maybe 11 o'clock. We'll have 3 named systems out there in the Atlantic to be tracking at one time. So there's Lorenzo. That's TD13 right now. Already got the look. Already got the spinach. That's coming off of Africa. More than likely, this is going to curve up into the mid-Atlantic. Probably merge with Jerry. Very tricky here because A, if Jerry stops, a couple ensembles suggest it, Karen comes up, they'll attract, and they'll either merge into one system or they'll just kind of move around each other and do their own thing. Kind of like magnets. Equally magnetized magnets kind of bounce off each other. And the other real scenario is that Jerry goes off north of Bermuda, and then it curves back down, and then it'll eventually merge up with Lorenzo. So we're going to have a merge. It's likely. But it's going to go north, so that's good news. In fact, here's a graphic. I only have one lonely graphic on. Why isn't this one coming up? Oh, there it is. Okay. So here's the only graphic on 13. Expected to be a hurricane. This is TD13. Expected to be Lorenzo, and then start that curve in the middle Atlantic. This is TD13 currently. So there's that. So yeah, interesting week ahead, folks. The H-Wharf did pretty decent here this season. Here's what the H-Wharf is showing on Karen. The H-Wharf is showing Karen right here, not curve into Florida, but it shows Karen deepen into a 940 hurricane. So what this is telling me is this. The H-Wharf is a good high-resolution model that helps show intensity. If the track is wrong, this is definitely a reality as far as strengthening system for Karen. Again, like we saw with Dorian, most of the models were pretty unaggressive on Dorian's strength early in the game. We just talked a lot about common sense with any system in the Eastern Bahamas and Lower Atlantic here are going to have conditions that are favorable for development. And it's almost the same setup we saw with Dorian with the high pressure to the north. Remember, Dorian got kicked a little bit to the west. That high pressure broke down and it turned north. This setup here, the high pressure is expected to extend into the Gulf and keep it going west. So it's almost the exact same that we saw with Dorian, with a weak system coming up through and then entering these waters here. And again, remember, the NHC only showed a tropical storm hitting Florida early in the game. and we know how fast Dorian was. So I don't get locked in on these intensity models early in the game. I think the spaghetti models are really good early in the game for tracks. I think we look a lot at upper air patterns, and we're seeing that high pressure develop. So the tracks are becoming more likely that we're going to see this sucker run into a roadblock and possibly turn west. But again, it's not 100% set in stone, but we're seeing a trend, and trends are your friend. So, yeah, it's fall. We got pumpkins and we got boarded up windows. Isn't that great? Hebert's box. Yeah, well, it could technically clip it according to this map. So, zoomed out. Hey, Brad. Yeah, Brad, Levi's got it on his site. It's the H-Wharf-P model right here. So when you go to Hurricane, go to H-Wharf-P. That's parent model. So it's easier to see sometimes than the H-Wharf. Because when you look at just the main H-Wharf, you don't really see any land. You just see, and you got to go off of latitude, longitude, and that's pretty hard for people like me. All right, so let's get back to the Karen map, and we'll see what you guys are chatting about. You know, again, it's a really odd setup because we have Jerry here curving down, likely. I mean, Jerry, according to some of the models, this high pressure doesn't clear out, and Jerry could hang around here. You can see a slow movement here with the NHC. So outside chance Jerry can run into a blocking high pressure and maybe come back. But eventually he should curve, you know. And that's what the NHC is saying. And then eventually he's going to pop down. TD13 is going to come up. Those two are going to end up right here. High pressure is building here. Karen goes that way. That's likely the scenario. Yeah, isn't that funny, Deanna? Because last night, my mother, because she tracks me, my mom, 80-year-old mama, I told her about Karen, and she said she watched the news yesterday morning, and they said, oh, it's going to follow the same pattern and go out to sea. I'm like, what? I'm like, who said that? Well, then she texted me this morning and said, now they're changing their tune, and they said, oh, they could not go out to sea. So we always like to stay ahead of the game and show you all the possibilities. And so far, we definitely have something to talk about. Melissa, I think the chances of Florida getting hit are becoming greater by the hour. Just looking at the steering maps. I mean, even the CMC, I mean, even if you don't watch the track, if you just start looking at the upper air patterns and just the simplicity of the high pressure coming in, there's Jerry moving off. But, you know, again, there's high pressure building in on the CMC map. High. And there's really, you know, high pressure is eventually there. You know, then we got the Euro. Here's, you know, faintly you can see the system here on the upper levels, but high pressure building in big time. And there's really nowhere to go. High pressure, huge high pressure, extending all the way to the middle of the U.S. So that's why the Euro is suggesting this thing just book west. And this is talking, you know, this is a week out, so it ain't like we're looking at anything 10 days out and trying to guess. You know, we definitely got a big high pressure coming, so you know, it's not like we're guessing. I mean, like I said, every hour that goes by, the confidence gets greater and greater. And we're going to have a new 11 o'clock advisory, and that will indicate more bendage. There's a new word. Let's have bendage. It's a bender. Philip, I haven't seen any, you know, I think that we're not going to see a Dorian turn. I think if it turns, there's two scenarios. One, it misses the high pressure and goes off to the east. That's a definite possibility. If it speeds up, high pressure builds in slow, it could shoot off. If it doesn't do that, the high pressure is going to build big, and it doesn't look like we have any breaks coming that is going to allow it to turn back north. So, Maureen, I'm with you. I still don't get it. Well, no, people have emailed me the story of Karen and the manager. Here, this made time.com. Look at that. Troublestorm Karen has the internet saying the storm wants to speak to a manager. That's time. Well, there you go. Look at that. We already got funny looking pictures. with the hair. I guess Karen had hair. Now I got music coming on. I don't know where that's coming from. High pressure, yes. Whitney, what's up, bud? Yeah, you all right. So yes, listen, all right. So we're talking a week away. If this thing does turn into Florida, let's say, or Bahamas, for example, we're talking Saturday here still. This next weekend. This weekend. I said this next weekend. It's this weekend because now it's not weekend officially. Bindage. So we have a lot of time. If this thing does turn west, then possibly over the Bahamas, nearing Sunday, Monday, possibly. That would put Florida possibly this time next week, Tuesday-ish. So, bindage. And we got our new tropical song. Isn't that great? I love it. We got Jimmy Buffett. We got Johnny Cash. And we got a little Waylon Jennings. Now we got 3 official playlist songs thanks to Andy Simmons. Isn't that great? Plus our original Back in the Cone Again. And you guys are all cone heads, by the way. All right, so what else? Hey, Karen. Yeah, your name is going to be real popular in the next week. And in case you didn't get your cone head, I had a lot of people want me to make a cone head shirt. There it is. So if you love talking on Facebook weather and you consider yourself a conehead, you can get a conehead shirt. And it doesn't say Drunk Donkey on it. I had a lot of people ask to do a donkey shirt. Thanks to my boy Dusty Kemp. So we do have a conehead shirt for the official weather geeks. That's what we are. We're coneheads. Pete. Well, all right. I think this is all right. So here's the thing with Karen. A lot of chatter was that Karen could let me close some windows here because I end up with 20, 30 windows open up and I got to stop them all. All right, so let's look at Karen. Let's zoom in on Karen real quick. Let's hope she has her clothes on. We don't want naked Karen in the morning. Well, maybe. Depends on how she looks. Here we go. All right, so here's Karen. She's blowing up. So this was a chatter last night. Everybody was, weather gurus I read, was saying 2 scenarios. If Karen fell apart, all this doesn't mean nothing. Well, Karen's still firing off convection. She still has an inner core. We looked at the spinach. We looked at the wind map. So even though we might see periods of no convection, it's got some sort of an inner core. And when these things have vorticity, then it's pretty hard for these things to get killed right away. Here's Karen right now. So it's got a strong 850 millibar vorticity signature. One sign that this thing is not going to go away quick. There's not really a lot of shear in the area, so it ain't like there's anything that's going to really tear it apart. There's a 500 millibar, so it's got plenty of vorticity. So the one scenario of Karen dying would have meant that none of this could materialize to the north, but because Karen's hanging on and it's got vorticity and spinach and core, once it passes Puerto Rico and enters this area of prime real estate up here, then it could get going. Now, I had a lot of people ask me about Puerto Rico. I posted this earlier. I'm going to post it real quick. It's not like I'm blowing this thing off for anybody down that way. I mean, we had a rainmaker south because it sat around for a while. Now it's moving. So I don't expect this thing to sit and be a huge rainmaker threat. Here's the latest rain map on the Euro. Let me bring it up. So, based on the latest track, if Karen goes straight up eastern Puerto Rico, let's say, most of the rains are going to be to the eastern side. And here's your little rain chart. So we got 4, 5, 6 inches. Nothing really showing up 5 inches plus. There is a little pocket to the south, so we could get a little bit of one of these areas. Hit the islands, Virgin Islands. Surrounding islands of Puerto Rico. But as far as Puerto Rico goes, it doesn't look like a huge rain event, 4 or 5 inches maybe. Wind map here, there's the Euro showing the eye going right there east of Puerto Rico. Wind gusts, tropical storm force, nothing you guys can't handle. So there's that. The big question that we're watching, of course, is what happens past. The NHC is already showing 70 miles an hour here, 65. So if you read between the lines, the NHC is showing a slow strengthening in this area right here. And if that's the case, there's really nothing going to slow down any intensification as it goes farther west. The main areas of unfavorable conditions are currently right here in this area where it's at now, moving northward. Once it gets up here and that high pressure locks into the north, then development seems likely. And I mean, you know what? We could be looking at a possible Florida threat. I'm telling you. Could. Bahamas again, unfortunately. Lule? That's a cool name, Lou. Yes, there's a chance. I do not project it. I feel like a pollster during the elections. We project that Florida goes to Ross Perot. I voted for Ross Perot. Donald Trump's the new Ross Perot. Ross Perot was the average Joe early in the day. My wife voted for him too. It's crazy. My dad hated me for that. He's like, "Oh, you gave the election away." Yeah. So it's funny. People are asking about North. You know, I don't know. Once this high pressure sets in, it's got a pretty good chance of a straight west shot. I mean, the high pressure is setting in, and you can see most of the spaghetti models that do say west, maybe Georgia, but the majority of them are honing in. Let's look at another model chart. And I did not mean to say politics. Hey, what's up, Scott? Let's see, Model Lab. Let's see some more spaghetti models. Spaghetti models on Karen. Here we go. There's some more. This is a little cleaner look, maybe. It's about the same as Levi's. No, I didn't mean the same. So here we go. All right, all you Florida people should raise your hand. Yay! All right. So, you know, lots to watch. You know, some of the models say north, but, you know, we're watching this trend. What part of Florida going to hit by Karen? Samara, way too early to know. First off, way too early to worry about any of this stuff. Okay, there's many models going out to sea. There's some that show it fizzle. So there's just no reason for anybody to be worried right now. If I lived along the east coast of Florida, yeah, personally, I would be paying close attention because we could be looking at this time next week going into storm mode. West coast of Florida, you'd get the backside. If this thing crosses the state, it'll be another Gene type storm. It depends on how strong it'll be, determining what you'll get on the west side. Faster moving system has less time to weaken, and west coast could definitely see hurricane force winds. That's a big if. But in case the media is not talking about it because it's fall in football, you know, we're looking at the early stages that we looked at Dorian here. We're looking at models not showing much intensification, but we're using common sense that, hey, this is an area we got to watch for development. And the NHC is already up in their strengths now to show that. TVCR, what's up, Debbie? Yeah, well, there you go. There's that one right here. There's TVCR. That's like a consensus type model. Go Cowboys. How about them Bucks? Christy, way too early for my guess. Way too early. If you look at the latest Euro ensemble mean, which is a great tool to kind of look into the future, we can look here. All right. Well, this isn't a good one. Well, I guess it is a good one. All right. So here, this is interesting. All right. So the latest European run overnight was the red line. Stop, due west. After the operational run at 2 o'clock, oh, we got the new one just came out. I'll look at the new one. We got the 6Z Euro just came out. All right, so this is your main. All right, so after the operational run, then we get all the ensembles. The green line is the mean of the ensemble. So what the Euro did overnight was it definitely had many members trending west, but it went a little north. So the Euro more than likely go a little bit more to the north. So that, we might see a trend a little more to the north. And let's take a look at the latest European map. And it's cool out. Man, I took Emily to the school bus. Holy moly, it was like 71 degrees here. What's up with that? Crazy, right? Crazy. All right, Northwest Florida. Let's see, where are we going to look? Southwest Atlantic. All right, we'll look here. This one just came out. This is your, I believe, yes. All right, so we can take a look at this. I don't know how far. This only goes out 90 hours, though. There goes Jerry. Going away. And then Karen right here. So not much development with Karen. This is only till Thursday this week. But there's the latest Euro. Kind of organized. We could look at upper level winds real quick. We can look at this and see what we can see, if we're seeing high pressure build in or not. So, I mean, the latest Euro shows our high pressure building back in here. This is 90 hours out. So, definitely showing high pressure starting to block. This is like a big hand. Look at that. That's like a hand over Karen. Like, urgh. And this is only Thursday night. So, the 6Z, 18Z Euro only goes out to 90 hours. So, we just kind of get a little look of what's going on. All right. So, thanks, Katie. Yeah, and let's see what else is good. Let's see real quick if Old Invest 96 is bringing any rains. Yeah, there's a little bit showing up. There you go. This is all moisture from Invest 96. See that? This is the next 5 days. Talked about that a lot last week. Wasn't going to be much, but the rain map's still showing this could impact, Texas and Mexico toward the end of the week. So that's all energy left over from Invest 96. And it's not really showing up much on satellite. A little bit right here. That's the general wave pushing westward. This is Old Invest 96 pushing that way. That's Jerry getting sheared, and here's Karen. So, all right, here we go. What's going on? Let's see what you guys are chatting about. Yeah, nobody can commit. Well, you can't commit because things absolutely change. Nobody would be right past. I mean, you got to remember, Hurricane Michael was a tropical storm 3 days out, and it's a lot easier to make predictions on a system within 5 days. We're talking about a system right now that is 7 days out. So let's take a look. This is the history of Michael. So let me stop it. Stop it. All right, so here's the history of Michael. Michael needs to stop it. All right, there's stop. I love these old NHC style maps. All right, here's the first advisory on Michael. Advisory 1A. So when Michael was developed, all right, so here we had a system on Saturday, tropical depression on Saturday. Okay, less than 3 days, it was predicted to be a tropical storm hitting the Panhandle. Now, the track was pretty good. Look at that. The track was right on. But the NHC was predicting tropical storm maximum, kind of like with Dorian. The Hurricane Center definitely is conservative when it comes to initial forecast with intensity. We saw it with Dorian. Dorian was going to be a tropical storm hitting Central Florida. Turned out to be a 185 mile an hour hurricane. But I don't know if we got the history of Andrew, Jim. I'll look. But this is what I'm getting at. This is only 3 days out. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. So this is where the model started showing, some of that intensities that we talked about. Like, they're showing a storm, and we were looking at intensities that were saying, it's going to be a lot more than that. So the models 3 or 4 days out are definitely believable. We're talking about next week at this time. This thing could still be on the other side of Bahamas. So lots of room there of things could go one way or another. So there's, like I said, can't get locked into worrying about anything. So here we go. This is Saturday. Still was tropical storm. Sunday forecast, still tropical storm for Michael. Still. Track was pretty much dead on. Then they have hurricane. So, basically 3 days out is when they first started showing a hurricane. That's 3 days out. So, again, the 3 day cone, so we're way far away right now to be worried about anything. So, anyway, that's a good song, Jennifer. Golf, Teresa, yep. That is Michael. Yeah, so we don't have, that's not now. Didn't mean to make you spit out your coffee. Hey, come in late, Kelly. That was last year. This last year about the same time, actually. All right, so what else are you guys chatting about before I lose everybody? All right, Jared. Wind blowing it apart? Nah, there's currently some shear down there, but like we saw with Umberto, sometimes the shear doesn't do what you think it's going to do. You can definitely see, Jerry getting torn apart here with some shear. Actually, Karen's in a little window here of less shear ahead. I mean, it's definitely not the most favorable conditions, but she should enter an area. All the shear surrounded by Jerry will decrease as he moves on out, and this area is going to become a lot less shear for Karen. So the main thing is she's got structure and she's got convection right now, and she's not losing that core quite yet. So let's take one more look at the visual. Cat, no. That was not a live shot. If it was, holy crap, right? All right, let's take a look at Karen one more time. We'll look at satellite. I like to look at this. Sometimes you can see more on the visual satellite than you can. And we'll put this in the loop. What the hell? I just messed up. Come on. I'm a clicker. All right, update plot. Hang on. All right, so time frame again. Tomorrow. There you go. You can start. Yeah, you can see a little spinach. All right, so tomorrow, all the rain start approaching Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico tonight, and tomorrow it should be making its pass over tomorrow. So this is moving pretty quick north. It looks pretty ragged right now. Definitely got some north shear coming down, affecting it. But as far as the convection, it's right here. We got some lightning, so it's not dead yet. I think the recon's out there right now too. We can look. Reading some of you guys, crazy. Email. I guess my email's everywhere. Stop saying girth. Okay. Christy, I could point. Yeah, so there you go. All right, so there's a look. I'm going to see what you guys are saying. All right, so people in your neighborhood didn't remove wood yet. Tina, where you live at? Whitney, you got your koozie. Cool. Too early for drinking out of koozies, though. Definitely. There you go. Luke, you might need to stock up on some more water. Moist. So right now, Karen, we officially named Karen, I guess, Sloppy Karen. I don't know where that came from, but she's sloppy right now. So we're going to wait on the new advisory for sure. Got a new song out in case you haven't heard it. I'll play it again. Troubled Waters Brewery has brewed our beer officially. So we have our Drunk Donkey Conehead Fan beer, a tropical IPA with a hint of grapefruit and mango. Dale, you just popped in with beer. Pat, hey Chuck, that'd be kind of cool, man. Oh, Teresa, that's not good. Karen this weekend will be still far east of the Bahamas. Maybe well, not far east. It could be Sunday time affecting part of the Bahamas, put it that way. If you're from Florida, it'd be towards Bahamas east. Hey, Bobby. Crazy Karen. What's up, Wilmington? Mike, what do you want? You want the storm? We could do that. Fly into Orlando on Friday, should be fine. 100%. Yep, the golf, this is interesting. If you want to see the gloom and doom run, the Euro has been constantly showing Karen stopping and going due east or west. I always screw that up. So that's been consistent with the Euro, and that's been very consistent the last 3 runs. There it is again. So last 3 runs of the Euro were really consistent. It's seeing that high pressure, and Dennis Phillips told me that the Euro is the best at sniffing out high pressure systems. So we'll see if this one wins. The latest GFS showing the same pattern, just a weaker system, which is good news. But timing here would be Tuesday, Florida. If the Euro is correct, Monday, Tuesday. All right, so there you go. That's, long range models. Don't want to show them too much because they can change. So anyway, that's a scoop. In a nutshell, listen, seriously, there's nothing seriously to worry about. Short term, people in, Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, the islands there, got some rain coming, tropical storm force winds. Doesn't look like this thing will get going before then. Jerry could pass north of Bermuda. Tropical storm force winds there, no biggie for you guys. Fast mover, hopefully. And then 13 is going to end up merging up this way with Jerry. So what we got to worry about, it appears, will be Karen next week. And if it does indeed start to turn west. And like I said, man, you can't go against your spaghetti model. Spaghetti model's your friend. And right now, the majority of them turning or hitting a roadblock. Bermuda got some sort of a force field out. So Bermuda got Umberto, and then they got Jerry. So now they just activated their force fields, and look, they got some invisible force field around Bermuda. They had enough. They don't want any more out. So, all right, well, cool. Hey, man, we appreciate it, guys. We got a lot of great followers, a lot of new people. Had a guy on Twitter call me out. I don't know what the hell he was saying. He said, what did I post? I said, what did I say? I said, don't look at the Euro. And then I said, he said, quit hyping storms. Okay. And then I said, Invest 99s have been ones that we've watched over the years. And they have. I don't know why. I just remember over the years, Invest 99s have always been the ones that we've watched. And this is Invest 99. So, hey. Can't... Well, here's something fascinating. This could be part of our... So this is a temperature map for the next 6 to 10 day outlook. All right. So this indicates high pressure across the U.S. So the fact that we don't have any dipping cold fronts is a definite indicator here that high pressure could be building in across the U.S. 6 to 10 day outlook. So if indeed we get a big high pressure system, obviously no cold fronts are coming down to pull Karen northward. So high pressure builds in. Hot temperatures come back. This is September 28th to October 2nd. So that's just an indicator that high pressure definitely is building in the tropics. So, all right. Donna, hey, it's cool. No, the whole point of that, Donna, was that unfortunately with growth, I did not say girth. Unfortunately with Cornelius, yeah, Invest 99. I don't know what it is, the history of Invest 99. I just remember over the years, Invest 99 has just been systems we watched. I mean, there's no science to that. Just my feeling is when we have Invest 99s. And we got Louis down there. I have to show Louis. So now I got sidetracked like I was. Oh, the new people. All right, so the new people come and they just gotta have some haters, right? Always have haters. I think we do really good though. Think about it. This is crazy. We got 800. What do we have? I haven't looked today. Do we get any new people? 832,000. So we have 832,000 followers. And for the most part, where's my reviews section? I don't know. I don't even hardly read these things. I should. Julie pointed them out to me. But we got really good reviews. I mean, we got a 5-star rating. That's crazy. All my poor local weather people, they I get a lot of good ones. Very few negative. So we love you guys. 17,000 people have voted 5 out of 5 average. So. Yeah, we need a Mountain Dew sponsorship. I got some people email about coffee sponsorships. I got to get with everybody. It's great, but can't get too commercialized. But my new exciting thing is the supporters, because you guys choose to pay a few dollars a month. It's like a tip. I leave more than $5 a month tip. But no, I mean, every time I drink a beer, I leave more. But anyway, if you choose, then we're going to do a fun little skit a couple times a month. And the first ones are going to be at the Troubled Waters Brewery. And me and my sidekick, Phil Gergen, softball dad, kind of the tech guy, is going to be there with me. And we're going to set up. And I already bought, look at this. I already got my mics. Look, I already bought them. See that? I got microphones. And we're going to talk. And we're going to have a TV behind us. And we're going to share fan stuff. And we're going to talk. And we're going to drink. And we're going to be, So that's my way of giving back. So none of my Facebook stuff I'm ever going to make it. It's my blog. So I'm not charging. None of my blogging stuff is ever going to be secret. If you want to listen to fake news, I'm not going to make you pay. Hey, check out this out. So my daughter yesterday played softball. Look at this. Here was my 2 days. They won. I can't believe it. Look at that. There's Emily, little redhead. And they always include Sarah, the coolest thing ever. There's Emily, my redhead. This is Florida Gold. Great team of girls. There's Sarah. I had a great weekend. A lot of fun. Hey, Dusty Kemp. I love trolls, man. It means it. Problem is, there's more of you than them. I have confidence. Karen, yes, I did, David. I'll show you again. Oh, look at that. Hooters offshore thing's coming. Intensity models. These just came out, the 12Z intensity models, and they are trending a little farther more north now. This is 5 days out. You can see this is when the NHC is showing 70 miles an hour. So the general trend here with intensity models, sometimes you just take them with a grain of salt, but they are slowly increasing once Karen gets on the other side of Puerto Rico. A couple of them category 1, inching northwards. So there you go. Yeah, redheads. So I was going to show you this cute little video. It's only like 30 seconds, but here's Louis. This is Talladega last year. I posted on my wife's wall that we need drink recipes. But there's Louis last year hanging out. And we had a drunk donkey banner made. He was the official dog of the Speedway, by the way. All right, so this is a cute video I want to show you all. So here's the story behind it. So Sarah... I just gave it away. It's only 30 seconds, but... So trophy presentations, all the girls love Sarah. Sarah is, Emily's little sister. But they gave her a trophy yesterday, and she gets so overwhelmed that she starts crying. And listen to the girls' reaction. It was so priceless. Everybody started crying. I'm crying now. She was so happy. So that was cool. So that's why I stream live from the softball field. Cool. All right. Oh, let's show Louie now. And then I'm going to post. Here's our boy Louie. Hurricane Louie. We're going to work on a coffee mug, I guess. Everybody wants a coffee mug with Louie on it. So there's Louie. And there you go. So we got some stuff to look at today. So we got a new advisory coming out at 11. This will be really interesting because we'll see if the NAC actually shows an H. I have a feeling we might see an H, at least possibly the end of the run. Maybe not. Maybe by 5 o'clock. But we'll see if that bendage is still there. There's Sir Louie. And then we're going to watch, yeah, that's about it. Nothing else to watch, right? So we'll let Louie finish out the show. Full screen Louie. What do you think, Louie? I had to show you this one since we're in show and tell mode. So we bought Louie a he's like a baby. I just hold him over my neck. He just falls asleep. So we bought a shirt for him. I'll have to show you the cool tropical shirt. Because he looks badass. I bought him a little hat and everything. Where is he at? Right here. Here he is. So there's Louie. I bought him a little Buffett shirt. There he is. So we got a little straw hat and a little Jimmy Buffett shirt. He's tropical Louie. All right. Well, it's going to be a long week, so get your hurricane snacks. We'll watch this thing, see if Florida's actually got something to worry about in the Bahamas. Unfortunately, you know, there's enough reason to pay attention real close, and it's fall and football, so I have a feeling we're going to see a lot less hurricane coverage because they don't like talking about tropics during fall and football. That's what happens every single year. If you turn on the news, they're showing you fall colors and pumpkins right now. And they're not showing you Karen. All right, so go. Y'all be good. Thank you so much. I'll upload this to YouTube. And, of course, I'll be posting all day long. So enjoy your Monday. You guys are the best. Michelle, have a good day. Faith, Mike. What's up, Mike? Yeah, look at you, man. You got a bulldog. Go Ravens. What's up with that? There, you guys are great. I'll read all the comments. You guys are awesome. All right, have a good day. Thanks again for watching and being fans. See ya.